Hello everyone, this is Gear204 here, and welcome back to another Let's Build series. This here is going to be a new German airbase. Some of you may remember the last one from years ago, in which we were trying to build up a 2-to-1 German airbase, and it was going pretty good, and then it just kind of stopped, lost all momentum, and just kind of was a forgotten about project. Now this here is kind of the revamp of that project, and so far I think this is almost as big as the other one was, and has almost as much done. Obviously, there still is a few things here and there that do need to get done and all that to really start to show it being an airbase, but it's going really well so far. And in terms of 1 days of work, I think this is pretty dang good. So kind of just going over what's built so far. In the time lapse, you saw some of the bits and pieces of the project in action. Now, obviously not everything was shown. There's a lot of detail that I do off camera just because I feel like it's, boring to just see repetitive detailing for sidewalks and, roads and stuff like that. So I try to leave that kind of stuff out, but for the most part, you get the kind of the main buildings and their build process. But starting off right here, we do have a kind of a small barracks complex. I guess you could say probably more of a large size, but you have a lot of small barracks buildings here. These are kind of the ones you would see a lot in like the POW camps and stuff like that. But this is, I imagine, probably kind of a universal barracks type design that the Germans would use. So pretty simple, small ones, probably for your very low enlisted type troops would be probably living in these type ones. But yeah, they're pretty cool. And one of the cool things I love about this is just the power lines that run across here, which I love about World War II bases. And something you won't really see too much of modern ones is that all the power is going to be above ground, power and utilities, all that. So a lot of these power poles are going to be, above ground, and you're going to have power lines and telephone lines and stuff like that running around. It just creates a really, really cool design overall for the base. And you can just see it looking at these power poles. It just adds some really nice detail and kind of element to the height around the base. But we have the small ones here. They're real simple. Again, just kind of copy and paste. There's no interior for any of these buildings as of yet. I don't know if I ever will do interior, but there's a possibility, maybe at least one hangar or two opened up. But yeah, you have all these buildings right here. There's a total of 12 of these smaller ones in this block. And then right behind it, we have some of the nicer ones, or I would say probably the newer barracks. Now, this is actually based off a U.S. Military base from World War II's barracks designs, or one of the, I guess, general designs they used. I felt it fit pretty good for this base and could be used for a German one too. Why not? I might change the white out for a different color. I'm not entirely sure on that yet. Not sure if it works, but I do like the white because it just adds a little bit of color to an otherwise very kind of dull area. So I'm a fan of the white a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. We do have a little volleyball court here. Again, not sure how accurate that would be to the for the Germans, but it is kind of a cool little addition there, and just adds some recreational activities. And there'll probably be some stuff here in between these barracks as well, just some leisure activities that I imagine you would have on a base like this. So yeah, again, you got all these buildings here with all the power poles and stuff like that connected up to them, and looks really good around here. Now over to this section, we get a little bit more of our actual buildings here, logistical buildings for the aircraft. These are some sort of warehouses. I'm not really sure exactly what purpose they'd serve, but it just kind of fills in the space there. I'm not entirely happy with these buildings, so they may change over time, but I just thought they were a really nice addition there to put in to kind of fill the space here. And then right next to it, we do have some Ju-88s kind of parked up here. This base is going to have a lot of aircraft, so we're going to have, BF-109s, Focke-Wulf 190s, Ju-88s, probably some BF-110s, and then across the way, I do want to have some of the bombers as well, and maybe some of the transport planes. So there are going to be quite a bit of different fighters on this base, and again, I'm not sure how accurate that would be to realistic German base design, as I know of the Allies, a lot of it was bomber or fighter bases, but this here is going to pretty much have a combination of all of them. So just got some Ju-88s parked up here for the time being, and then just a little half track there. There'll be quite a few of those around the base. And the main building so far on the base is going to be this camouflaged hangar here, which I thought was really cool. You don't really see too many camouflage hangars, but the Germans did use camouflage on their hangars quite a bit. So this here is just pretty simple camouflage on it. Has the big red swastika on the top there or on the front there, just to tell you it's German. It's got this cool little control tower and just some little like side maintenance areas and stuff like that for the hangar, and it's the same thing over here on this side pretty much. It's not fully complete yet. There are some things here and there I want to do and some detail that needs to get added to the back behind it. But for the most part, it's pretty much complete. It's a cool design when you look at it from above. I do really like the camouflage look to it and all that. It's pretty cool. So I do want to do a few more hangars, probably in camouflage, but not all of them will be in this color. We'll have some of the ones in white and all that. But other than that, that's pretty much an overview of what we have so far in the first kind of update here for the base. There are some, some cool designs here in the tarmac itself with the different, padded concrete pads. Some like patchwork you can see here with different colors and, asphalt and stuff like that. Just kind of patching up areas that may have been in rough shape or something like that for when they built this. This tarmac and all that. So really cool stuff. As for some future plans here, we're not going to have too much more going in that direction. Maybe a few more kind of like barracks setups or stuff like that. But we're going to have the fence that probably runs around here and comes in this way. Some watchtowers, some, defensive positions and stuff like that, protecting them. And we'll also have maybe some ready aircraft. So there are some cool designs out there where they actually have kind of a dirt mound around an aircraft and have the aircraft in the center. Plan on maybe putting a couple of those in that link up to this runway. So maybe some ready to go aircraft that are a little bit more protected, as well as some anti-aircraft batteries along both sides of the runway, like we did before, and also anti-aircraft batteries around the perimeter of the airbase as well. As for back behind here, I do want to have this area be a motor pool. So I want to have some sort of mechanized Panzer division kind of stationed here. So have some Panzer IVs, maybe a Tiger or two, some Panther tanks, basically just what you would maybe expect in a kind of a maybe mid to late war motor pool. So a lot of different vehicles there to support it, and we'll just kind of be a big motor pool on this back end here with a maintenance facility and refueling facility and stuff like that. And then behind that, I want to have like a bit of a rail yard train depot that kind of connects up to the motor pool. Maybe have a train that's offloading some new vehicles for the squadron, or maybe offloading some new plane parts and stuff like that as well. I think would be kind of a cool tie-in to this back area. And this is going to be kind of like the main section of the base, which is going to have a lot of the administration buildings, some more hangars along here. This is going to be a lot of your fighters and medium bombers or heavy fighter areas. So a lot of the administration buildings and stuff like that are going to be over in this area, a lot of the workshops and stuff. And then across the way here, there's going to probably be the air traffic control tower, as well as a long row of hangars along this section here. This can be more of your bomber side, so have some bombers. Probably going to be a lot more like fields than just having the bombers sitting in the grass along there. So overall, it's coming together pretty well. A lot of more work that needs to be done, but for one day of progress, I think this is a very good step forward on the base. And obviously, I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to try to post maybe a weekly or bi-weekly episode of just what's new and all that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this first look at the German airbase, and look forward to future episodes. If you have any ideas on what you think would be cool to add to this base, obviously keep it reasonable, then be sure to let me know, and we can go ahead and see if we can incorporate it. Other than that, though, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is WW2 and I'll see you guys next time.